Hello everybody, BrioS here, and after the first week of the combined queues, an update has come in, so I thought I'll share with you some of the findings and show you some games from the first week. So for combined queues, as we all know, balance is a real issue. Balance is definitely not there yet, and yeah, this balance issue has to be fixed if combined queues is to work. And talking about combined queues, I was chatting with a few other Mac warriors, and we've come to the conclusion that PGI will probably go ahead with this no matter what. Because if they don't, Mac Warrior Online will just bleed to death, hemorrhage to death, losing players, and eventually it'll just die. It's not dead yet, to be honest, but it's not doing so well either. And one of the main objectives of combined queues is to get players into the game, fast drops, and the ability to have fun with friends. And I think they're doing all that. But people are going to leave if balance is not reached. But to be fair to PGI is very aware of the balance issues, and they are doing their best to try to find a nice little spot where everybody is happy. And Paul has been doing lots about this, and today I'm going to share with you some of the things that Paul has done and some of the effects and some possible implications. So this merge queue is, well, as I just mentioned, not balanced. But Paul, over the weekend on Friday, he put in a few changes back end and he let it run over the weekend. And it was nice of him to share with us his findings today, which is the 4th of May. I live in the future, so it's 5th of May for me. No more Star Wars Day for me. So anyway, he was nice enough to share his findings in the brown seas infested with smelly piranhas, also known as the forums. But if you want to swim in the forums, the link is in the description below. But I thought I'll share with you the key points of this post. So before we go on to this post, balance. What is balance? Academics always say you got to unpack the word first. So to unpack balance, PGI, also Paul himself, defines balance as three things. So three subsets inside balance, three factors make up balance. Number one is the skill level, the tier or PSR. Kind of flawed metric, but it's something. So number one is the skill level. Number two is the weight classes, not exactly tonnage, but the number of max per weight class. And thirdly is the wait time. So these three things combined together are balance. Yep. So that's how he defines balance. So he made a few changes back end, and let's run through this. So firstly, he was looking at the initial timings. So in short, the tighter they make the restrictions, the longer the wait time. And if there are no restrictions, you get really fast matchmaking speed. So it became very clear that was a very heavy trade-off when it comes to wait times when you make changes to either the skill level, also known as tier balancing, or the weight class balancing. So speed is always the biggest thing that suffers. So you can have long waits and more balance, or fast waits, fast drops. There's no such thing as fast waits, fast drops and really bad balance. So he went through a few things, and I thought I'll share with you his facts first. So starting on the merge queue, when he merged queues, he went straight for the first point, speed. No tier balancing, no weight class balancing, and I can personally verify that this was so. So if you look at this diagram below, in starting on Tuesday to Friday, there was effectively no balance. You can drop with cadets, tier 1s can drop with tier 5s, and it was total chaos. Even the weight classes were not balanced. For example, if you look at this diagram below, the two boxes here, this is a typo by the way, this is Team 2, Team 1 and Team 2, yellows being lights, greens being mediums, pink being heavy, blue means assaults. So there are cases where the drops are fast, but it's totally not balanced in terms of weight classes. So if you look at the blue dots for the first row, there are times where you get 6 assaults on one side and none on the other side. And it was totally unbalanced. It was total chaos. But dropped so fast. So what he mentioned that there was a lot of feedback was positive to the combination. I think the feedback was actually the fact that you can drop with friends and drop so fast, which is true. But of course, there were concerns regarding tier and weight class disparity, understatement of the whole combined queue fiasco. But anyway, so he investigated what could be done with the current tools that he has, and he decided to try to tighten the tier and PSR limits. So what happens? Drastic increases in wait times. I don't think it was that drastic, but that's what he says. So starting on Friday, first thing he did, Friday, Saturday, was tightening the tiers, the PSR, flawed as a matrix as it is. So anyway, so he swung from speed to total balancing based on PSR. Yet again, if you look at the diagrams, the nice colorful dots here, these are the weight classes. Yet again, no weight class balancing. Yet again, the first row, you can have games with 6 assaults on one side, none on the other side. And I did see this happening on Friday and Saturday. Total mess in terms of weight classes. But I didn't see myself dropping against cadets. To be honest, it was a bit better here. Still stompy, but yeah. Wait times were a bit longer, but I wouldn't think it's so bad. So anyway, what he says is that the tier tightening uses the average PSR of the teams. PSR is a flawed metric, just to let you know. The top tier players, the best players in the world, you got like Bowser, Chimera, all these players, you know, they are tier 1. I'm tier 1, but I'm nowhere near the level, because tiers are just an XP bar. So the average PSR of the team is a pretty flawed metric anyway. But anyway, let's see what he has done. So he uses the average PSR of the team, and this limits how far the matchmaker will go before finding another set of players. So they are just balancing by PSR. So longer wait times, but I felt that was okay. And of course, there's a weight class issue wide open, and it was still there. So he tried something else. So after that, he tried purely weight class, so swinging from left to right. This is a very good test, by the way. Before I go on, I like how he tried the 3 different corners: speed only, tiers only, weight class only, just to see the effects of a single change, single balance point, rather than all 3 at the same time. So anyway, he then switched to a total weight class tightening. That means just matchmaker will only look at the number of weight classes. And before I go into his text, let's look at these colorful dots. Again, I like these dots, they're so cute. But anyway, if you look at the first row are fast drop times. We more or less have balance. It's basically a plus minus 1. So if you look at the yellow dots, you got 3 yellow dots on one team, 4 yellow dots on the other. So that's about lights, 3 to 4 lights per team, plus minus 1. Everything is plus minus 1. And the drops were longer. Instead of 30 seconds or less for a drop, that was totally based on speed. Now we have about 60 seconds. A bit longer if you ask me, but honestly guys, I am totally for waiting longer to have more balance. Anything below 2 minutes is fine by me. So anyway, let's take a look at what his findings are. He wanted to see the effects of clamping the weight class restrictions. Of course, tiers and matchmaker speed was totally thrown away, no restrictions. So it was a bit balanced, but yeah, it's kind of obvious, eh? Obviously, tier PSR balancing took a hit, duh. But to be fair, it became a bit more balanced back then. And finally, he decided to try something different. So after trying the 3 things to verify different scenarios, he went for this spot here, which I have to feel is really nice. Most people will say go for straight in the center, but I rather have more skill balance. So if you put right in the middle there, that's a balance between speed at the top, balance on the left, and tier balance on the left, and weight class on the right. I'd rather it skew here. So I'm in agreement with Paul. I feel that he should target this spot here. That means you go for more balance in terms of skills than weight classes, and all this at the expense of speed. So prioritizing skill balance, then secondly weight balance, and thirdly speed. In fact, I feel you should bring it a bit lower here. More to speed, more to the PSR than anything else. So anyway, let's look at his findings. So he tried to find a happy medium. I like the word happy medium. Reminds me of the Chinese mediums getting possessed and they're all very happy. But anyway, he was trying to find a happy medium where we can get a match. And this is what he ran over the weekend, to be honest. So tier PSR matching and weight class matching all had their place. And it's nice, but no matter what he does, no matter what the settings are set to, global wait time will increase. So it comes to the point, he said, how much wait time is acceptable. And I feel this is the part we as a community should enter the forums and let him know. I refuse to enter the forums because it's so toxic and I try to lead a more positive life. But I do communicate to them through Twitter and I share with other people who are more brave enough to swim in the brown sea. But I think you guys should go in, tell Paul how much wait time is acceptable. And yeah, that's what he was wondering. Boils down to how much wait time is acceptable to get the tier balancing and weight balancing to have a positive effect. So once he went to this test, let's take a look at his findings. Here, in the white box, the average wait time is about 1.5 minutes. That's about double the wait time previously. I feel this is fine. like I said before, below 2 minutes is okay for me. I don't mind waiting 2 minutes or so if I can get a nicely balanced match with less stomps. And the rest are whatever. You can read it yourself. So there are times where the matchmaker runs out of players. Of course, these are during the off-peak times. Us poor Asian players and Oceanic players, you know, that's us, the off-peak people. So anyway, there are times when matchmaker runs out of players. That's when I play. And of course, everything goes to hell and all the valves are open. That means there's no more balance at all. All three things, speed, tier balancing, weight class balancing, is totally out the door. It's possible, but it's pretty rare. But honestly, if more players play, this will make it better. And in short, that's what Paul is going to do. For the time being, he's going to leave the numbers where they are. That means he's going to leave it as this balance area, more for balancing skills. Also, secondly, weight class at the expense of speed. He's going to leave it as it is and monitor what's going on. So in short, guys, PSR is still the big issue if you ask me. I think this is the biggest concern for me, balancing the skill levels. If PSR is not going to work, maybe they should just throw it away and do something else. There are many different things thrown up by the players. I think the best thing so far is actually for them to balance by max score, average max score. But I don't know. I'll leave it to them to decide. So they're gonna work on this first, followed by weight class and at the expense of speed. So let's see how this works. I'm going to be dropping in groups and solo queue to see whether the triangle here is working out as it is. Looking at the max per weight class and the average skills of players. Of course, don't forget the groups are always the key. You can have a whole bunch of casual tier 1 players going up a whole bunch of top tier competitive 99% Jarls, this kind of players, and it does happen and it'll get stompy. But honestly, everything gets better with a larger population. So everybody, please jump in, play the game, give them more data, give them some feedback. PGI does know balance is an issue, but they will try their best to make it work. And I think we gotta commend them for their efforts. It's not easy, and people are not nice sometimes. So anyway, I'm gonna leave you with 2 games I got from the group queue so far. That's over the weekend, by the way, Saturday, Sunday games, where honestly there was no balance. But I like to showcase a bit of good matches, so some good matches from my perspective, where either the team was bad and I carried, that was the first video I'm going to show you, or where the second one, it was actually not a storm, it's a really tight match, which is what we are looking for. We are looking for really tight matches where skills, tonnage, whatever is all nicely balanced and the whole game hangs by a thread. Those are the games everybody enjoys. Nobody likes a stomp. So let's get down to those matches. And let's hope as time goes by, this works out and everybody's happier. So anyway, let's get down to those matches. So here we are in the first match of this video, and it's a match on Frozen City. And in this particular match, Alpha Lance, the team of the group, made a huge mistake. Maybe they're not experienced and I have nothing against them. Everybody starts somewhere after all. But their mistake was to use their 2 assaults to try to cap Gamma, and that is a problem because with assaults capping Gamma, you will not be able to catch up with the team who are now heading to Fox Line. So that put us at a severe disadvantage right from the start, and this happens in the merge queue. Well, let's see what I can do. So today I'm putting myself through misery, playing as a solo player. Ah, you stand still, you get hit. Look at this guy. Monkey not too far forward. They are coming. Hold that Fox 7. Hold that Fox 7. They are gonna cross. Push Echo 7. They are pushing our Alpha Lance. Bushwhackers hurt. Okay, I'm too far forward this time. Off terrain. Take out Bravo, please.
On Bravo, pushbacker.
Yikes, my ass.
Guys, get a
Good shot.
grip so I can cap Pepsi.
Oh, more strikes, damn it. Echo 7, Echo 7. Go for the assaults.
New target acquired. Target acquired.
Getting that UAV down.
Acquired.
Yeah, 2 enemy UAVs.
Light
Thunderbolt, please.
damage.
All UAVs are down.
Thank you. Center torso and Foxtrot.
Yeah, push through Foxtrot Echo 7 to Echo 6. Echo, CT, right torso.
Right torso. There you go.
Our guys on Fox 7 are all dying.
Target destroyed.
We need
It's expected.
hotel.
Hotel
Get
Vigo.
hotel, guys.
It's expected
Go.
when their assaults were swinging behind us and no one paid attention.
We told y'all not to cap and y'all fell behind because y'all did.
Well,
cap,
advice is
so
advice. You don't have to follow it.
You live and learn. Just
New target.
Yeah, well, shoot jets ahead.
Oh, see you around. Out of position. Oops.
Juliet, Mauler.
India, side torso. Setting, Marauder.
Gulf's almost half a mag.
India, both side torsos.
Gulf is half.
Golf also, thank you.
Acquired.
Golf, go for right torso. Juliet, going down.
Target destroyed.
Good shot.
Red smoke.
Target acquired.
Echo 6, red smoke, Echo 6.
What? Excuse me.
Don't worry about Gulf, I got him, but please shoot something else.
Roger. Something else.
Thunderbolt, Foxtrot, center torso, weak.
Delta, right torso, weak.
New
Also
target
6. We need to get hotel too. We got a shot on hotel Bay Eagle. It's got
New
ATMs.
target acquired.
Wolverine, left torso. XL Bill.
Roger.
New target acquired.
I'm almost weaponless, so I'm gonna go ahead and cap.
Yeah, thank you.
Acquired.
Timber, Delta.
Target destroyed.
Ah, crap, there's a freaking flea coming into Theta.
It's alright, we'll cap in a minute.
New
Let's
target
Oh,
acquired.
he doesn't see me.
mop
He
these
doesn't
guys
see me.
up. 7 to 6. Still close.
Oh, I hate jamming.
Shoot that flea with lerms, flea, the lerms, flea. Never mind, he's under bridge.
Right torso, Vigo.
New target acquired. Destroyed. Warning incoming missile.
Flea
Oh, I
CT
jam
is
again.
wide open.
Damn it. India, India. Push India, Blood Asp.
Target destroyed. New target acquired.
The flea is in Echo 6, Fox 6. No, he's
Roger.
coming up behind you guys. Never mind. No, he's going into Fox 7.
Destroyed.
Yeah, grab a cap if you're quick.
New target acquired.
You guys really got to kill that flea. CT is open.
Target
Roger.
destroyed.
Cap, cap.
New target acquired.
So I'm going to leave Theta white and go for Sigma.
Aye, my torso twist.
Somebody turn FC white.
Going cap. I'll get the
Caps.
flea.
Everyone on caps. Everyone on caps. Don't
If-
worry
if
about
you-
the flea. Everyone take a cap.
No, you've got to kill the flea, but go ahead and turn FC white while you're over
They,
here.
we need caps to have a 3 cap. We got 1 cap.
Target destroyed.
Yeah,
We
but
got a decap
flea-
cap, a sig, FC.
the flea's dead anyways. I'm almost a Sigma. If you're fast, once FC's white, run. Run the Kappa.
Yeah, all we gotta do is decap and we got it.
I'm leg. Just go.
I think you got this. They're gonna only have 1 point here in just a
What?
second.
Why is there a chicken in my house?
Yeah.
Chicken? That's probably my son. When he laughs, it's like a hyena. Well, gents, despite a full group of assaults suiciding, we did well. Well done, team.
Yeah, good game.
There it was.
Yeah, I'll get Kappa white. Unless you go like over 100, I'll get Kappa white before you get even past beta too much. Just go and get beta blue.
Going off, Colonel Loops?
You can count
Oops.
1 point. Full length. You can count 1 point.
Oh, look at that.
Ah, well, look at that. We won somehow, despite losing 3 max for nothing. Good job, team.
Somebody did the math. I was just too busy
Yeah.
running the decap crap to sit there and do the math.
Well,
So,
they're all dead.
911 damage.
Minimum counts.
Nah, it's just a matter of who gets the
Carry,
points.
carry.
Like,
So as you could see from the previous match, the group in the team is a huge factor, and when you have 3 or 4 players just, well, doing their own thing, it's not gonna help the whole team effort. And honestly, in that match, these 3 of them, I have nothing against them. Everybody starts somewhere, but they were not that experienced. But I think what I wish they would do is actually listen to advice and improve their gameplay. So anyway, that being said, it was good comms, good teamwork by the rest of the team to pull a win from being 3 down. But right now we have a match on Frozen City Classic, and this time I'm in my flea. It's gonna be a really tight game. I'm just gonna leave you to it to watch, and this is how a game should be. So enjoy the match.
Target acquired.
There they are, Bravo 3.
New target acquired. Artillery strike activated.
Working on Alpha Stalker, Learnbolt. Max coming in.
New target.
Bravo Crab, thanks for the narc.
New target acquired. Target acquired. Artillery strike.
Bravo left torso, Crab. Awesome coming in.
New target
Let's focus on
acquired.
Awesome. Delta. Bravo going down.
Target destroyed. New target
Delta Nix, Delta
acquired.
Nix.
Target destroyed. New target acquired.
Keep calling targets, guys.
Golf.
Golf it
New
is.
target acquired.
Raining down fire from Golf.
Artillery
Yep, Golf
strike.
Medcat.
Heat level critical. Artillery strike activated. Heat level critical. Target destroyed.
Golf down.
Thank you.
Target acquired. New
Got a couple
target
creeping back. Charlie 4, Charlie 5.
Alpha, yep, Charlie for Alpha.
New target
Targeting
acquired.
Alpha.
Heat level critical.
sorry,
Focus
didn't mean to run in
fire.
front of you.
No worries. Sorry about that.
New
Here's the
target
push.
acquired.
Kilo, go for Kilo. Side torsos. Kilo lost a torso.
New target acquired. Heat level critical. New target acquired. Target destroyed. New target.
Keep up the pressure. Golf left side. Kodiak.
Sorry.
New target acquired.
Alpha, Alpha.
Target destroyed. New target acquired.
Hard locks on Juliet for you guys.
Target destroyed. New target acquired.
got a light underneath your ass.
Heat level critical.
Hostiles have collected 50% of their
New
resources.
target
Capture resource points from them to stop the bleeding.
Target destroyed. New target acquired. Heat level critical. Heat level critical.
Halfway to victory. We need to keep holding on to our resource points.
New target acquired.
Left leg.
Target acquired. Target destroyed. Target acquired.
Target spotted.
Heat level critical.
Guy might be out of ammo.
Target spotted.
Might be, I say.
Yep, he's out.
Heat level critical.
They're almost there.
Critical.
Stop them at all costs.
Heat level critical. Heat level critical.
Good job. Good game, guys.
Not yet.
Nice job, Flea.
No worries.
That's some damn fine fleeing.
Much appreciated. Game's not won yet though. Thankfully the last two are pretty near each other.
Almost there. One final push.
Let's be close, boys. I think we got it.
Nah, we got this. Unless I break my legs. Yeah, that's happened before.
We've gathered enough resources.
Ooh, so that was a really intense match for me, really close, 12-11, look at the caps, 750 to 718, and that's how all games should be. No storms, good fights, and both sides enjoying themselves. So a carry match for me, 8 to 3 damage, 6 kills, but honestly not all matches were like this for me. I had a lot of horrible ones, this was one of the best, with a score of 609.